All right, welcome, Valentus world and the big world out there. Um, Kathy Gregory, Diamond Leader with Valentus. I'm excited today because we're starting on an adventure with our Take Control team today. And our goal is to basically uncover success. We want to show everybody what we are doing with our life with Valentus. And, you know, Doug and I have been involved in Valentus now for just over 2 years. We were lucky enough to be open-minded enough to open a door that was presented to us with an awesome opportunity to change our lives. And I remember, you know, Ted Wilson is one of our amazing mentors that has opened the door for us. And I remember him saying to us in June, especially to my husband, Doug, Doug, this industry is going to change you. And, you know, we didn't know what he meant by that. But now after 2 years, we know. And our lives have been changed. Our physical health has been impacted in amazing ways. And today's not my day to tell my product story. I will keep you in suspense with that because today is a very special day. And I want to introduce the person that opened the door to Doug and I and gave us this amazing opportunity that it has given us. So without too much delay, I want to introduce my brother, Mike King, who is an amazing triple diamond leader with Valentus. He is known worldwide with his amazing leadership. And I'm so proud to call him my brother. And I want to bring Mike on and I want to ask him a few questions about, you know, our topic is uncovering success. And what we have found to be some little secrets, I guess, that the majority of the people in this world don't know. So, Mike, if you could come off mute and come on to the call. The first question I have for you, Mike, can you just tell us who is Mike King?
Yeah, you bet. Mike King. Mike King, born on a farm south of Vermilion, youngest child of 5 kids. Great parents, you know, hardworking, work ethic, caring people, and because I was the youngest, I got to watch some mistakes made by others, which always comes in handy. And I noticed just through growing up that you know, I needed to be an individual and do my own thing. And so you know, I was the captain of a lot of my teams because for some reason I liked being the leader. And that led into, you know, meeting a girl when I was out of high school. And I had a great, you know, I had great kids. But who is Mike King? Mike King is a single dad I got now with a 21-year-old, 18-year-old, and a 15-year-old girl. Danielle Marie's the oldest. Brett Michael's the middle one, and Addison Violet Faith is my youngest girl. Mike King's worked hard his whole life to try and instill work ethic in everyone around him. Had some ups and downs, worked away a lot, missed a lot of his life, and in the process, you know, lost a wife, you know, lost a lot of free time, maybe gave up some friends that he should have spent more time with, but it's all things that have brought me to this point. And so that's a little bit about Mike King. I don't know, I guess, do you want me to elaborate anymore?
No, Mike, you know, that's, you know, I know Mike King, but I gotta say, like, Mike and I are 10 years apart, and I missed a whole bunch of what Mike just told you about. And, you know, just a little teeny bit about my next question to you, Mike, is why Valentus? And I'm just going to give you one little teeny bit about the amazingness that Valentus, besides anything else, has brought Mike and I closer together. We didn't see each other more than just at Easter and Christmas and around presents and food. And so the relationship that we have now with building a business and the leadership muscle, I guess we're able to stretch with Valentus is amazing. So Mike, why Valentus for you?
Well, that kind of goes back to who Mike King is, and now who is really Mike King, and it goes right back to something that I had wrote in all of my journals ever since I started my company, and that was it's never too late to be who you've always wanted to be. And so, I lived half of my life living half a life, and that really was a frustration for me. And we all get to certain points in our life where you feel stuck, you feel like you hit a brick wall, you've got all these years you've lived, and then you look at what the years you have left, and you start to panic, and you start to say, what am I, who am I, and why am I doing what I don't love to do? And we all start with a passion, possibly, and maybe we lose a passion. But why Valentus for Mike King? Well, my boy played hockey, and I missed a lot of his games. I missed taking him to practice, and when I did, I always saw the same fathers. And after asking Brett, is this guy there every time? Is this guy there every time? It was always yes, yes, yes. So that was something I envied, and it was meant to be, I believe, because Ted Wilson, and you all know who Ted Wilson is. I don't need to explain that. His boy and my boy were in a hockey rink together, and I would watch Ted Wilson. He'd go on the ice sometimes and practice with them, and Brett would tell me that, and then Ted would be in the stands working on his laptop computer all the time, but he was always there. And so one of the biggest things for me in Valentus was, who is this Ted Wilson, and why does he always look so happy, and how come he's always with his kids? And so conversation led to Ted profiling me, I suppose, and he, through conversation, through building a relationship, found out that Mike King isn't a very happy Mike King. And so after hearing Ted and hearing about the products and realizing that I did need to lose some weight, mental clarity, and gain focus, and really start something fresh, I started to think about who is Mike King, and through a process of Ted doing follow-ups on me, because I didn't just jump into this. I was as stubborn as a mule. I was a busy guy with my company, and I said no, 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 no time, no time, no time, and I was ignorant to the opportunity because I was closed-minded at the time. Because Ted Wilson built a relationship with me and got to know me, eventually he did the best thing he could ever done, was he demanded my credit card. He said, Mike, you've told me all this stuff, and I can help you with that. I have solutions for all that. Just believe in me and trust in me, and I won't let you down. So I did. I believed in him, and I trusted him, and I haven't looked back. The real reason for this was time. And then I realized that, with time, I can gain my health back. And once I get my health back, I can start to earn some money. And because now I'm going to gain some time, and I'm going to be healthy enough to enjoy the money I may earn. by helping other people. It just made sense, Kathy, and that was all a 6-month process, approximately, to figure all that out, to find out who Mike King really is and where Mike King really wants to go.
Awesome, Mike. Now, the next question, I guess, comes back to Doug's and my story just a teeny bit, because when you introduced us to Valentus, one thing we needed to do to set up an account was to pick a username and password. And so I actually went to the internet and I Googled a whole bunch of things about wellness and just a whole bunch of words. And I actually had a whole page full of words. And Doug and I, together, we chose Take Control as our username. And at the time, it was just, for our own benefit, that we wanted to take control of our life. We were 55 years old, and we totally had no plans. We know we were in really bad shape for, our retirement. And so Take Control is pretty significant for us to actually take control of our health, be here for our kids in our older years, and enjoy life. And so, but now, not even knowing what happened when I picked that username, we have a pretty significant Take Control team now, Mike. And my question to you is, what does just one of our team members, Trent Hartwell, he messaged me one day and he had a really great idea for TCT. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Trent? I don't understand what is TCT? And our own people that we were helping were branding us without us even knowing it as the TCT team. And so our Take Control team has grown to be a pretty significant part of Valentus. And my question was, what does TCT stand for you? What does that mean for you?
Well, Take Control, really, it sums up what everyone on this planet needs to realize, that we all need to take control of things. And so it's a perfect name, Kathy. You and Doug captured the perfect brand for what Valentus stands for. I really believe is, that's a really great thing to bring up to people. I'm in a health and wellness company, and I help people to find their direction, and we meet them where it's comfortable for them to meet. And what do you really need to take control of? Have you lost control of your finances? Have you lost control of your health? Have you lost control of time? Do you find yourself asking yourself every day, where did the time go? I don't have any time. Or, geez, I don't have enough money at the end of the month. Or enough month at the end of the money. You can say that however you want to say it. Or, it's health. You look in the mirror when you turn, 35, 40 years old, and you say, what happened to me? Where did that body I was proud of go? And so you think about everyone you see, and really, there isn't a person on this planet that can't take control of something. An athlete wants to take control of cravings. It's a guy that's had a hard life wants to take control of, maybe his surroundings. Maybe he just needs that one person in his life that'll pull him out of that place he's in. And that's what we do, Kathy, in our group, is we take control of people's problems. We help them to get back what they're missing in their life and what they've let go. And we just help them take control. It's a phenomenal brand. It's a phenomenal name. And I'm very proud to represent it. But more than that, I'm proud that we've attached it to Valentus and really the culture of what Dave and Joyce Jordan have wanted to create here is, just a group of no ego, just everyday people, honest people wanting to actually put the people first instead of the paycheck. And I'm proud that that's how we're branding ourselves.
Awesome. My next question, Mike, is about, I think we need, one thing that I found when I first started this journey is I was afraid. Doug and I have believed in the network marketing industry for years and years. In our married life, we've been almost married 25 years, but the companies failed us, and we didn't have, maybe partly we did for sure fail ourselves, because we didn't open our minds wide enough. And I think in the 2 years that I've been involved in Valentus, I feel sad sometimes that people are they've been hurt in this industry. And I think that is, for me especially, I have a bit of an obsession, and I know Dave Jordan does too, that he wants to make this industry right again, and he wants people to trust that there is a better way. And Doug and I have definitely found a better way, and we just want people to know that you can trust us, and that we have an amazing leadership in this company. So my obsession for sure is to help people understand that don't be afraid. Whatever you want to take control of, this opportunity of Valentus will give it to you. You just have to trust the leadership and trust us. And so that's my obsession. What's yours, Mike?
You know what? I think my obsession, Kathy, is to educate the general public on how we're treating ourselves, and why don't we listen to the right people? We listen to advertisements on chips and chocolate bars and pop, but we don't listen to the ones we should be listening to. And, as far as work ethic, we've let that all go. People expect to have things instead of wanting to earn them. How bad do you really want what you want? And people put their hands out in the nowadays world and expect to be handed everything with silver lining. And my goal, my passion, is to train people again that you can have anything you want in this world, but there's no one in this world that's going to get that for you except for the two eyeballs you see in the mirror facing you every morning. And you see the young generation, they're no worse than the old generation. People say, oh, it's all young people. Well, when it comes right down to it, Kathy, my passion is to make people understand that the more we give, the more we're spoon feeding the people. And the more that someone's spoon fed, the less they learn. You go back to when kids are small and they're trying to walk. The only way that kid learns how to walk is by doing it himself, and keeps trying and falling and bruising knees and skin and chins. The only way a kid learns how to eat is by eating with his hands a little bit and watching and learning, right? And for some reason, some people go through their whole life expecting that spoon to go in their mouth by someone else. And my passion and my dream, I guess, is to create a team here with Take Control that, there's nobody that expects that. Everybody realizes that this door was open for them. Now they're free to be anything they want to be. And it's not anyone else's fault if they fail. It's their fault. Because, everything's here. The tools are here. The leadership's here. So my passion is to just help people educate themselves, to just make them aware that this industry isn't about, it's not a bad industry, and it's not the industry's fault if you fail. Like John Haremza says on his CD, I know a whole bunch of people that failed at high school, but it wasn't the high school's fault, you know, and it's our fault. So my passion is to, you know, find people that really want to help themselves and they really want what they really want. And then to influence other people into that same mindset. And the only way we can do that is by being an example and not an excuse. And so I think that's what our Take Control team stands for is, you know, we lead by example and we don't make excuses. We just trudge through it. We may not be the fastest team on the planet, but we're doing it right. And it's not about what's right. It's not about what's right. It's about, or not about who's right. Sorry. It's about what's right.
Yeah.
And
yeah, no. Yeah, and I, you know, one passion that I think that we need to get across with your interview here, Mike, is in my in my whole working career, I believe that I was in kind of a box, and the lid was, I'd kind of hit the top of the box, and I knew I had more potential, but I didn't have an opportunity where I could reach my full potential. And so I believe that for me, I am able to, the sky's the limit with Valentus. And anything that you want to be, if you want to be doing what I'm doing and reaching your leadership muscle, you have that opportunity. If you want to be the best product story out there and just go and help people, just, you know, just as a preferred customer, that's awesome. Like whatever you want, I have fully found out with Valentus that you can get it. So my last question, Mike, to end our interview tonight is, or today, sorry, is like, what do you see as the future for the Take Control team?
well, I think I've told you this from day one. You know, we're creating a group of people that, you know, we're going to accomplish everything we set out to do. And my goals and my vision for Take Control is to be, you know, one of the biggest organizations in network marketing. We want to be the group that, you know, people talk about. You know, who's the TCT? Oh, they're this group of people that put people first. They're not into racking up, you know, huge fast starts and then forgetting about who they just brought in and what they joined for. You know, because money's toxic. And if you lose focus on why you joined this company, the money will bring toxicity back into your system. And while you're getting healthy, your brain's getting toxic and the money's going to corrupt you again. So I think it's really important to stay humble and, you know, no matter how well you're doing in this company and in this industry, it's a people industry. And you didn't get to where you got without helping a pile of people. And don't forget those people in the trenches, because your time up on the throne will be short-lived if you're not helping the people. And so my vision of Take Control is that you put the people first, and the people will take you to the top. And we're going to be the top of the industry someday, and it'll make me feel so great to see all of our leaders that we're creating. And well, we're not really even creating, that we're pulling out, because they're already leaders. They've just covered up their leadership qualities over the years, and we're just allowing that to break out again. So I can't wait for the day, Kathy, when I'm sitting in the front row and all of our team walks up on stage and they're presenting, and it'll be just like watching a child excel at a sport or at academics. So that's my vision, that's my goal, and I'm going to work hard every day to help everyone get to that point. And I'm just proud to I'm proud that I found something to match what my diary said all those years. It's never too late to be what you've always wanted to be, and so now I'm a mentor, I'm a coach, I'm a leader, and I'm happy.
Great. Mike, this is episode 1 of Uncovering Success, and I just want to thank you from all of us at the Take Control team for being open to Ted Wilson and trusting him when he told you to give you his credit card. And we're going to be featuring, like Mike said, we do have an amazing bunch of leaders coming up in our Take Control team. And so our goal with our Uncovering Success episodes is weekly. We will be uncovering another leader. So next week, get ready for our Diamond leader, Neil King. I'll be introducing my other brother, which is awesome. He is a Diamond leader, him and his wife, Tammy. And I will be interviewing them next week, and he will share some of his reasons why he's picked Valentus. So, Mike, thank you so much for your time today. And thank you for being the mentor and leader that you are for all of us. We really appreciate your leadership.
Well, like Ted Wilson always says, success leaves clues. And so I watch, listen, and learn, and I suggest everyone else does the same.
Great. Thanks. Have a great day.
All right.